Yeah, we thought it'd be a nice idea to have another chat to our resident restaurant reviewer and now farmers market reviewer, Thang Ngo. Now, Thang is one of Sydney's leading food bloggers, if you haven't heard him on the show before, and he's the founder of the very good website called All the W's Noodlies.com, and he's going to come on the show on a regular basis to share his thoughts on great places to source your fruit and veggies and food festivals and markets that you can visit, and happy to say that he joins me on the line. G'day, Thang.
Good day, Tim. Oh, it's been a long time since we've chatted, but I'm glad to have a chat again on a regular basis.
Yeah, now, you've been at the Campsie Food Festival today. Tell me about that.
Oh, gosh, it was a hectic day. I have to say they were really lucky because the weather was a bit dicey for most of the week. And It turned out to be, not so bad today. There was a real buzz. I reckon there was about 20,000 people there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's amazing. And the this festival actually started, over a decade ago, and they rebranded it in 2004. It used to be known as the Korean Food Festival.
Right.
Now it's the Campsie Food Festival. And it's actually one of the biggest community food festivals in Sydney.
Yeah. Now, there was a couple of, and you have to tell the listeners about these two fellas, Alvin Kwa and Charlie Yan.
That's right. Now, Alvin, as maybe a lot of your listeners know, was a contestant in MasterChef last year. And what he did today was did a cooking demonstration for the crowd. And it's just amazing, MasterChef, how it just builds people's... there were I reckon there's 200 people sitting down, standing up, watching him cook, and they had the big TV screen so you can see what he's doing. But he showed people how to make Malaysian vegetarian noodles and a nonya chicken curry, which
Oh, yum.
The way he makes it, it just looks so easy.
Yeah, I know. They all make it look easy, don't they?
I mean, when I tried, it never worked.
Now, apparently, Chef Yan, they just gave him a whole bunch of mystery ingredients and something from the butcher, and he just, away he went.
Well, let me read you through some of the mystery ingredients, which he knew nothing about until he got up on the stage. Now, he had to cook something out of quail egg, lamb chops, pineapple, lemongrass, honey, mushroom, potatoes, green beans, rosemary and lemon.
Oh, wow. and I bet he came up with something almost instantly.
He did, and when he saw it, he, I don't know how he does it, but he says, I can do this. It's really easy. I'm going to cook up the lamb in oyster sauce, and I'm going to have it with the side of stir-fried vegetables. Just like that. And
you reckon there were 20,000 people there? See?
It was incredible. It's incredible. I was really, really surprised. And what I actually particularly like about this festival, and Tim, other times we've chatted about festivals, and we even spoke at the Easter show, they're general festivals, but this one is only about food. So shamelessly all about food. And I almost lost count of how many sort of different cultures in terms of food. But, at least Korean, Chinese, Turkish, Thai, Malaysian.
Fantastic, yeah. There's no shame in food, Thang. Tell me, how often is that Campsie Festival on?
It's on annually.
So only once a year, yeah, right.
Yes, it's on annually, but it's built, over time. And I've got to say, one of my favourite things, and what I like about it, because there's such a variety of food, even though I eat out quite a lot and I'm bumbling about all the time looking for new food, there were a few things that really surprised me about what they had there.
Yeah.
My favourite was this thing called, from a store by Kolo Taco. It's a Japanese store.
Yeah.
And they were these balls, like the size of golf balls, and it's sort of outside is a light batter, and inside they were prawn and crab meat, so there's two types.
Wow.
And they were fried with a dash of mild mayo wasabi creamy sauce on top.
Oh, look, Thang, stop it, will you? It's definitely dinner time for me. All right, now, we've missed that one because we can't go to that one until next year. It sounds like it was absolutely fabulous. Oh, by the way, and I know kimchi very well. I was in Seoul for the 1988 Olympic Games, and we ate a lot of kimchi along with the Korean barbecues, and they had a kimchi eating competition there.
They did, and then just for your listeners, if they don't know what kimchi is, it tastes much better than it sounds. But let me tell you, it's something that's eaten by Koreans either as a side dish to accompany rice or meat, as you said, or they even add it in as an ingredient in stir fry or soup. And it's basically fermented vegetables.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good, but it tastes great.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
And I think you would have had it with kind of cabbage but there's about over 20 different types of kimchi.
Yeah, I had the cabbage-based one, yeah.
Yes.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, and the competition today, let me tell you, so it's quite strong, quite pungent, as you know.
Yes.
They had to eat 300 grams, so it's like a third of a kilo of kimchi. And 5 people fought it out, and one person won. I think they ate it within like 8 or 7 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's a lot of kimchi in 8 minutes. All right. Now, as I say, we can't go to that one until next year, but there's a few on tomorrow. Let's start at Manly.
Yes. This one it's also an annual festival. It's called the Taste of Manly.
Yep.
And now, it started today, but it continues tomorrow. And it's quite a large festival, and the theme of the Taste of Manly is Manly food, wine, and sustainability. And it would be beautiful tomorrow because the stalls are along the beachfront.
Yes.
So can you imagine eating the food with ocean views, and it's priceless, really.
Oh, top spot. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
What I like about this festival too is they're showcasing local restaurants.
Yes.
So they've got stores from restaurants like China Beach, which is, as you probably know, Tim, it's a sister restaurant to the renowned China Dole in Woolloomooloo.
In Woolloomooloo, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So they've opened relatively recently in Manly.
Yeah.
So they serve great, delicious Pan-Asian cuisine. Now, and I'm going to recommend something
to
you and your listeners. If you like a bit of protein, a bit of meat, I recommend, it's an Australian company, restaurant chain called Ribs and Rumps.
Yep.
Now, the meat is marinated, and I recommend the ribs, so just give the ribs a go. The meat is marinated in a zesty sauce and slow cooked to immerse and seal the flavour, and then grilled.
Yeah, yummo. Yeah.
Now, you can have it as half ribs or whole rib if you're really hungry, and you can choose lamb, beef or pork. But if you're like me and you can't choose, you can get a combo that has a lot in them.
Yeah, sounds absolutely fantastic. Now, that Taste of Manly, it's not just about food. I'm noticing some of the leading Australian wine labels are there too. Rosemount, De Bortoli, Lindemans, yeah.
That's right, and what I like about these things is you can actually go and sample the wine. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm no expert in wine, so I really appreciate being able to kind of sample them first before I buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. Now, while we've got a bit of time, let's talk about next weekend so the listeners know something to go to. Have to mention Everleigh, the farmers market at Everleigh opposite the Carriage Works. That's open every Saturday from 8 till 1, yep.
Yes, that's right. It's a home to over 70 regular sort of stalls, and they sell obviously a wide range of farm fresh products straight from the source to you. So, in fact, a lot of Sydney-siders go there just to get their weekly, provisions.
Yes.
So every sort of Saturday, as you mentioned, foodies can find a variety of good seasonal vegetables are really good, and they have a particularly good selection of gourmet fare from dips to chutneys. So who doesn't like chutneys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet and savoury.
Yeah.
They've got a good range of gourmet dips too. Yeah. And I reckon dips are one of those things that it's kind of good to have in your fridge for when, guests and visitors come.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get out your lovely bickies and away you go. Now, that's every Saturday from 8 till 1, and that's 243 Wilson Street, adjacent to the Carriage Works in Darlington. And can we quickly mention, I have to be pretty quickly, the French's Forest Organic Food Market as well?
Yes, the French's Forest Organic Market now, and you know what I'm like about food that is, places that are outside of CBD, and that's why I'm really keen on this market.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's one of the most fabulous ones that's outside of CBD. And I was talking to Stephen, the director of these markets, and he says they're one of the longest operating markets since 1994.
Wow.
Over 100 stores, and now they get 6,000 visitors. So that's approximately 1,000 visitors an hour. That's not bad.
See, this is the thing. Everyone's going to these markets, and this is why we're telling the listeners about all of them, yeah.
Yes, and I think it's because you can get them fresh, and you can get, you can actually choose your fruit and vegetables, and you know where they're grown locally.
Yep.
He says at the moment, if you want to buy things that are in season, root crops in season.
Yep.
So beets, potato, broccoli.
Yummy, yeah.
Are particularly good.
Yeah, all right. Great. All right, mate. Going to have to leave it, but we'll get you on again to discuss this more because it's a growing thing, these markets of all sorts of denominations, and we think it's true. Now, that one, the French's Forest one, by the way, folks, is at the Parkway Hotel, which is number 5 French's Forest Road East at French's Forest, Sunday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Talk soon, Tom.
Thank you, Tim.
That's Thang Ngo. It is 13 to 6. That's Thang Ngo. It is 13 to 6.